there, sir. Don't need that.
Oh, top quality.
Well, it's gearbox time.
Yep.
Back for another episode of 12s for 2K with Vixen. Going to pull the box today and give it a bit of a tickle up. A few little tricks that I've researched, whether they're going to work or not, we don't know.
What happens?
We're going to try and give it every chance it's got, because you know that at 100, 120 extra horsepower like that, probably not going to like it. We've also got store converter. Terry has cut open. What did you do to it?
Modified the stator.
Yep.
Hopefully it does something.
We cross our fingers for 3.
I don't know what it'll be.
It'll either be that or it'll be 2.5 like the one that's in it.
Probably be more than that.
Cool. No, we're going to give it a go anyway. So it's just a stock converter out of another 4L60 that you cut open, shaved a bit off the stator, put it all back together and welded it back up. Sweet, we'll get in and we'll pull this box out.
Won't take long.
No, take not long at all. We've got the hoist, got the tools, makes it a lot easier.
Yep.
It's almost like cheating.
It is. Better than laying on your back.
Absolutely. Cool. Well, I reckon we get into it.
Yep.
Sweet. Are you winning, Terry?
Oh, getting there. Just about got it done.
Oh yeah, it's free.
Just these 2 hoses left.
It's easier to get out without all the exhaust and stuff in the way.
Yeah, they're not terrible to begin with, so 1 transmission out. What do you think?
Fluid looks a bit shit. It doesn't look too bad, but definitely due for a change, so it won't hurt. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, it's not great.
It'll be alright. It's out now. We can have a crack at it.
Pan looks pretty clean, so
Take this fella out. Hope I don't break the bolts. Getting the bell housing off because they're notoriously tight. Cool. Oh, I might get it on the stand. Wait, it's out. It's on its stand. The new converter slips in nicely. Looks a bit different on the backside because that's from a VN, but Terry's telling me they're the same, so it'll happen.
close enough to the same.
Do what we need to do. So yeah, it's on the old handmade transmission stand because I'm tight. that's the whole aim of the game. Yeah, I'll rip in and get this thing pulled apart and see what I can do with it. Little trick. These fellas here for the bell housing are a TP50, so Torx Plus. Apparently they're always really tight, so a normal Torx bit, you'll break it. So I've borrowed a Torx Plus set because I couldn't buy the bit I needed in town in time. So Torx Plus TP50. I left all those bolts out. Apparently, even with the right tool, you can strip the end out of it. They're reasonably fine for how bloody tight they were. So I must have just not quite been in straight, so had to weld a nut on. I got it out, just whether I find another one or just run it with one less bolt, see what happens. We'll carry on. Alright, so I'm in. Got the accumulator, 1-2 accumulator in that housing, and the 3-4 accumulators below it. We're going to get that off. We're going to get the whole valve body off. Forward accumulators getting replaced with the pinless. 1-2 gets replaced with the pinless. I'm going to throw the 3-4 in the bin and block the hole, and that will feed the rear planetaries all the time instead of only in fourth. So, I mean, that's got to help. There's heavy duty 2-3 shift valve that I'm going to get in the mail hopefully today, which will go in the valve body as well. All right, valve body's off. That old fluid doesn't look fantastic. It doesn't smell too burnt or anything, so I mean, the gearbox was working. Alright, I got some goodies we ordered. Well, half of them are here. Got a Corvette servo. Supposedly makes it apply a bit harder in second gear mainly. It's a Chinese knockoff. $30 off eBay. We got Sonax makes these pinless accumulators. These are, you guessed it, a Chinese knockoff off eBay. Or double seal. they look the part. Hopefully they work all right. They're for the accumulators. We've got a whole kit for 35. We're only going to use the 1 and 2 and the forward. The third, we're just deleting that one altogether. So that's all in there as a kit. We also got a new second band for the input drum. It's actually a Borg Warner. It's not a knockoff. High energy Borg Warner. It's what's holding that drum in second gear. So second gear is where we plan to slam it with 150 horsepower nitrous. So a little more grip won't hurt. Righto, well, I've just butchered this 3/4 clutch pack. I'm not touching anything else, just the 3/4s. I've actually got a 7th clutch in there. So normally they run 6. So we're going to run 7. To do that, I had to take all the 460E steels out that were in it and replace them with some Turbo 700 steels, which the 700 steels are actually thinner. Ideally, you'd use thinner frictions, but I don't have any. So as it was, these Turbo 700 was out of Mark's Turbo VN. There's no teeth on that, and all these are starting to go that way as well. So it wasn't playing third gear. So I just picked the best one out of these, which I mean is a little dodgy, but it's a whole extra clutch. So yeah, I've set the clearance to between 30 thou and 35 thou, which apparently is where they're happy. We'll go from there. I'll get it happening back together. I haven't touched anything else. We're just going to hope that that's enough and the new band is enough for second. With the accumulator changes, I'm about to drill some holes in this separator plate. We've got the 1-2 shift hole right here. I'm just taking it out to 2 mil. And then this one's the 2 to 3 shift hole. It's getting taken out to 2.5. And then there's some others in there that will be taken to about 2.4, which is 232s. I don't want to go too big on anything because it's easier to drill them again, make them bigger, not smaller, obviously. So we'll just do this, see how it feels. If we want it to shift any differently, we'll pull the box again and we can go a bit more. So yeah, do some drilling. Well, I've done pretty much everything I can do. I'm just waiting for that heavy duty shift valve, which is that, but that gap isn't in it. So I've installed what needs to be done. That shift valve, you have to drill a hole between those two passages. I've done that. I've turned the line pressure up by cheating. I just turned that solenoid 10 minutes, which apparently will give me about 15 more PSI. I've done the PWM solenoid. I've locked it off, so lockup's on or off, not that we're going to be using it. The pinless accumulator is in the forward. I've got a pinless in the 1-2. I've drilled the holes that need to be drilled, I think. And I've got the new band in. I've got the Corvette servo in. Pumps going back in. I actually fit an extra clutch in the 3/4 pack. And then in this fourth accumulator, I've blocked the feed hole with a check valve, just bashed it in and staked it, and then you leave it out. So hopefully that's everything. Just waiting on that valve, which I'm hoping will be here like any minute, and I can get it all put back together.
Build a weapon, one that blows the world away. Build a rocket that'll come and take away us all. Gonna come back, I am coming back in a day. Build a weapon that'll turn us into newborns again. Build a weapon, one that blows the world away. Build a rocket that'll come and take away us all. Gonna come back, I am coming back in a day. Build a weapon that'll turn us into newborns again.
Looks like this thing's back together. Matt's done something. Hopefully it all works. We'll find out soon enough.
Oh, access.
Gotta get those bell housing bolts. Click. What are you doing now, Terry?
About to put some oil in the transmission. Put some.
This deck's 3 here. Oh, hold on. That says good John Deere trans oil.
Hopefully it's good.
What are we looking at? Second-hand high guard.
Yeah, hopefully.
I don't know. It's not the first trans we've used it in.
No.
It'll be fine. It'll be slippery.
Good enough for what we're doing.
Wait. Well, tip her in. How much are you going to spill?
As much as I spill.
Well, hopefully none on my floor, but none on your track record.
The gearbox seems to be a success. It goes in all gears and the fluid level's right, so we'll whip out and actually give it a naturally aspirated test under power. See what it can do now.
gearbox is back in. It's had its build and shift kit done. I had a little bit of a stuff up and missed one of the check balls, so it'd move in first, second and third, but in drive it wouldn't do anything. So I've ripped the pan back off and I've fixed that. I just missed the check ball. So I fixed that and now it drives in all gears. Terry's custom stall converter picked up a couple hundred revs. So we're leaving it, 26 to 2700 now instead of 24, 25, which is better. Obviously, we'd have rather closer to 3. But it's in now, and we're going to race it like this. And after we've raced it, we'll probably pull it apart and see if we can get it to go a bit higher, maybe bend some fins. It's all a learning experience. We've not done it before, so we got a little bit better, so that's good. And it shifts a lot better. We'll just now have to wait and see if it's enough to take 150 shot of nitrous. So yeah, stay tuned to see that.
What are we doing here?
Oh, well, I had a fuck up. I missed the check ball in the forward accumulator, so drive doesn't do drive. So thankfully I put a bung in the pan, because they don't normally have one. So we can drain it out and I can fix it without dropping the valve body, hopefully.
Look at that. Didn't even spill it on the floor.
Yeah, because you're not doing it.
No.